Good morning, everyone. It has been an early morning for me. We had a bus group come in for the middle of the mitten yarn crawl. So we had a whole bunch of flurry of excitement, and we met a lot of new people and all of that kind of stuff, and it was beautiful. It was wonderful. It was fun. The middle of the mitten yarn crawl does go on through Saturday, and we still have bags and passports here. And everybody's loved the bags, so it's worth it just for the bags. The bags and passports are $10. There are 3 shops in Bay City, 1 in Midland, 1 in Saginaw, 1 in Frankenmuth, so you could just do that area if you're running late and you want to get a bag from us. So I know some of the shops still have a couple bags left. So hi Sheila, good morning to you. I have had a case of cast-on-itis. Yes, I have. I'm going to admit it. I have cast-on-itis. And hi Jean, hi Doreen. Good, I can see comments this morning. That's always fun. I keep turning off my phone and starting it up again. That seems to clear that issue out. Yes, and I'm gonna share with you a little bit of issues that I've had last night. Yes, it was fun evening. I was trying to get to a certain part to show you today, and yeah, then I messed up. So hi Donna, good morning to you. Hi Kelly, good morning, good morning. We do have some fun things for the yarn crawl here. Our vintage worsted trunk show goes away on Monday, so come on in and check out the samples. Hi Eddie, hi Peggy, good morning, good morning. This is an episode of Stash Buster Thursday. It's where I kind of ramble about what I've been working on. Maybe there's something new in the store. I usually have at least a couple of patterns to share with you and things like that, usually some projects. Good morning, Linda. And you know what? Hang on a second, because I forgot to turn the air on this morning, and my knees are sweating. So here we go. Okay. So now you won't be able to hear me, but yeah, so all of a sudden I was like, my knees are sweating. I think we need to turn the air on. Because it's very humid. It is that drizzly kind of day so far today, hence the curls, and it's still kind of wet. So hi Loretta. And so let me just get going on our issues. I do still have spots open for our fall retreat. That is at Boyne Mountain, which is about 2 and a smidge hours from here. You go kind of through Gaylord, so I always eat lunch there and then head on. They have a good Panera there, so if you're going to the retreat and you want to pick up some bagels or something like that, you can do that. Hi Ruthie, good to see you. I sent you an invoice this morning for your sample. We do have a few of the mystery bags left, not very many. A couple ladies bought them this morning, and we do have some of the samples left too. You do have to call the store for those. Those are not on our website. So we've rearranged a few things in the store too, so that's fun. It's always fun because then you can't find anything. But anyways, let me show you what I've been working on today. You can tell I've been working because I still have my row counter on my thumb, and we have row counters. So if you are looking for a row counter, we have these. These are great. They come in all different colors. They're $3.50. They're perfect if you need to count your rows. You know, that's kind of a thing. So I am still working on the Space Time sweater out of the Juniper Moon Patagonia. I think it looks great. I can't wait to finish it. But I got to the boring part. I'm just doing the bottom of the sweater. So of course my attention is just like gone. So then I went and I said, I'm going to use, oh, it's in my bag. I'm going to use the Queensland Eco Twist in a project. And I think this color is really fun. It's a fun yarn. I am going to tell you, when you start using the yarn, it's a little splitty. But once you get going, it's not a big deal, okay? Every once in a while we get a yarn like that, then in the beginning of the ball, it is splitty, okay? Now I'm going to tell you, a ball like this, with a lightweight yarn like this, this is one of my learnings for today. This is kind of a thick and thin yarn, all that kind of stuff. Go from the outside, because what happened is I went from the inside because I found my end, and that was great. Well, then it like collapses and you have this lovely ball of mess. And Emma helped me untangle it. I was going to show you what I had, but now it's been resurrected into normal yarn. And so if you have a ball like this that's lightweight, that's loosely done, now usually the wools, like something like this cotton merino, that's not going to be a problem, okay? I don't know why wool is better at that. But when you have a cotton linen, I think this is a cotton linen. Yeah, this is a cotton linen. Go from the outside. Outside. I'm going to tell you that one more time. Outside. Because when it collapses, you're going to have a mess. Okay, just warning you. I warned you, so... but I decided I didn't like the pattern that I chose for that yarn. This is a really busy yarn, and it would not have shown up for the project. It could have worked for Spacetime, except Spacetime's DK, that stuff's sport weight, you know, that kind of thing. Okay, so I was looking in my library, and I found this Marled Me sweater. Okay, it's $8 on Ravelry. You do have to get it yourself. I did send her a message and said, we want to put together some kits, because they don't let us buy it for you on Ravelry. Okay, you can buy it yourself on Ravelry, but they don't let us. And some designers do that. I didn't know. It was a common, it's Knit Sisu and SISU. There we go. It would help if you could see it. And I'd seen her patterns all over the place, so I figured I could buy it. I knew I had bought one before, but I had bought it myself, so I had to buy this one myself because I really wanted to make it. This is truly a kind of a stash buster sweater. I had the vintage sock. Here we go, vintage sock. I had 3/4 of a skein of vintage sock at home. And I said, you know what? I was playing with this. I didn't want to come back to the store and figure out what I was going to use. I tried a few different things for this sweater because she says it's a sport in a sport. So I had some organic cotton sport from Blue Sky, and I thought, oh, that'll be great. Well, I cast on 21 stitches. It was not 4 inches, it was 6 inches. It was too bulky. And I didn't want to go down to a teeny tiny needle because then the drape would be gone. So I was trying some different things. I tried some Lannis Light. That didn't work. I went to a fingering. I went to vintage sock. And this is one where it will fold down when you block it. But, oh, little hair. That's fun. And I do suggest doing a little longer for the collar if you make this. I did maybe 1/2 inch. I think it's supposed to be 1 inch or 2. And I didn't because I just wanted to get started. You know me, I can't wait. And it was a really fun pattern. I did the blue because I was having a hard time with the cotton. And so I started with the blue. That was my color 1. And what you do for this pattern is you're doing color 1 for a row, just that yarn, and then you do color 1 and 2 together, and that's what makes this fun little pattern. You split for the sleeves, and then you switch. And color 1 is now the Eco Twist, and color 2 is the vintage sock. So that's what happens here. And isn't that kind of cool? It's kind of fun. I do like, and the reason I didn't start with the light color, but she didn't start with the light color either, so I felt much better, is because it was splitty, and I am so used to doing make one left and rights that I thought for sure, you know, we have this raglan increase. I didn't read the pattern. I tend to not read it until I get there, unless the pattern says read all of me first. And so I was like, I don't want to use splitty yarn for make one right and left. Well, she does, and I'm trying to show you. I should have put it on a mannequin. She does an eyelet increase. So you do a yarn over, you knit 2, you do a yarn over, which was super easy, and I could have done it with the other one. Hi, Melissa. Good to see you. So I could have done that. I didn't. I wasn't going to rip it out. You know, it's just, it is what it is. It is very soft, and it's going to be even softer when I block it because linen and cotton get so soft when you wash them. So that was cool. So that is the Marled Me sweater. It's a cute little top. I like the vintage sock because it's soft. So I wanted a summer top. I think this will be really nice. It's not super thick, but it's kind of boring when you're down here because see this pin here? I have 9 more inches to go. 9 more inches. Oh my God. I thought I was going to die because I measured it here and it was like an inch. And I was like, oh, seriously, come on. So yeah, somebody's feeling the love here. So I just decided I'm going to put this away because I need something that's going to take up my attention. And this was the next sweater in my pile. It's the Pita sweater. It's very cool, and it's made out of fingering or sport weight yarn. Now I'm also going to tell you this. Here's my other story for the day. Is she used a 2.5 and a 3 millimeter, which are really tiny needles. It's like a 2 and a 3. And I was like, to get 24 stitches, which is like a sporty DK-ish kind of gauge. Well, I did my gauge with a 5, and I got gauge. Okay. So yes, the needle on the pattern is a suggestion. The gauge is really what's more important, okay? The gauge is more important. So I'm using a 4 for the ribbing, and I'm going to go to a 5 when I finish these 10 rows of ribbing. Yes, I thought I would have this. I thought I'd be halfway through the chart by the time I showed you this morning. But what did I do? I'm knitting along. It's a 1x1 rib. Yeah, that's great. I messed up. And somewhere in there, I guess I did 2 purls or 2 knits or something because my brain it's set up to do 2x2 rib. I made socks for many, many years, and so it's set up for 2x2 rib. I didn't realize it. I did it on I was on row 9 when I found it. So I was on row 7 when I made this lovely issue. And then I continued to do that issue. So I had 2 rows that were wrong. So rather than frogging it and taking those out, I dropped down and changed 2 stitches. Here nor there, it probably took about the same amount of time as if I had ripped those 2 rows out and re-knit them, but I was kind of contemplating, should I just rip the whole thing out and start over? These are cute little middle of the mitten yarn crawl stitch stoppers. You can only get these here. Aren't they cute? And Marilyn's going to color in the little heart right here that says Bay City. We'll see if it works. But those are really cute. They're $12. They're here at the store. And right now they're only available for Yarn Crawl people, but if we have some left, you might see them next Tuesday. So, but this one is a really cool sweater. and it's going to be another Stash Buster. This is Stash Buster Thursday. I had some Lanacite in white and in this gold color, and I had it left, and I thought, what can I do? And I really, really love this Merlot color, and because I don't have very many sweaters that are that color, so I thought, well, these would go. And of course, I'm going to be working on my no Alzheimer's in my life thought process, because guess what? The chart is super easy. It's like 5 stitches is your float, so it's not bad at all. That's like your longest float. But guess what? The gold is the main color. So the whole time I'm going to be like, it wants to be gold, but it's going to be maroon. And then when it's white, it's going to be white. That's helpful. But when it's black, it's going to be gold. Okay? Because I had just a little bit. I have about 100 yards of, a little bit more than 100 yards of the gold left. And I looked at, hang on, I have the math here. Yes, I looked at here. It's funny because they give you centimeters for the size, and they give you yards for the yarn. So it's going to take me about 3.5 balls for the main color. I am making this one, which is, I think, a 46. It's a little big, but then I don't have to worry about it. But then they have 158 yards. Well, I have like 2/3 of a ball, and these are 383, so that should be more than enough. And then it only needed 100 yards of this last contrast. So that's going to be where they have the black. I'm going to have the gold. It'll be pretty. And I always find that if I'm in a funk, color work gets me out of it because it's so much fun and you have to pay attention to something else. And I love that. So, but you guys know I love color work. It is a top-down sweater, all that good stuff. It's fun. It's made out of Lanacite, which is a sport weight. It is 100% wool, but it's really nice. And there's not even, let's see, we have 1, 2, 3 increases, and they're on solid rows, which is great. So that's easy. And those are make one left and right. Not a hard thing to do. So hopefully next week I'll have more of this done. I got my book work done, and so I was like, I want to do something fun, and I will do a little bit of that, and I'll do a little bit of that, but these may stay at the store today so I can work on this. I do have a couple of, I have one other thing that I finished, but I keep forgetting to take it home, so it hasn't been blocked. I did finish the Don't Fret shawl, and this one was super easy. This is Don't Fret. I've been showing you guys this, Don't Fret, and we have kits made up for it. They're on our website. It's really easy. The only thing I'm going to tell you is you can't fudge during the fret part, okay? You can't, I think this is the don't fret part. I'm not sure. One of the other. And you can't fudge in here. I tried. It didn't work. I had to rip it out, go back a whole section, you know, that kind of thing. So that is my scoop, but this will be hopefully blocked this weekend. I need to keep it here for the yarn crawl, but that is fun. I'm not sure, because it's right here, I'm going to show you. We changed our profile picture to the Mariana sweater, which we had kits for. The Mariana, oh, hang on. There we go. Mariana sweater. And I was so excited because this looked like a poodle when I blocked it. And it's Scout, because remember this was the yarn that I used like 300 times. And now it looks like normal Scout once I blocked it. So I was very excited about that. Just then we got a heat wave, so that was fun. Now I'm also going to show you one other thing, because I might need to get one of these. We have these cute little merit badges. Have you guys seen these yet? They are so cute. They're $4. They're on our website. And they are so, so cute. Yarn Chicken Champ. I might need to get this cast on itis one. This one is really cute because that's, see, they just have the little pin backs and you can put these on your knitting bags and stuff like this. This one is Sleeve Island Survivor. I probably need one of those too. But these are really cute. So make sure you check out our wall. This is the wall when we come in, and all our new doodles and all that stuff are here. Anyways, so I need to get a cast on itis pin for, yeah, you see, and I have, I think 4 other sweaters at home. Okay, yeah, it's a problem. I have a problem. But I don't know if there's a cast on itis, you know, anonymous group or something like that. I do have 2 patterns for you because I know that when you go on a yarn crawl, you are buying random skeins of whatever. This one is designed for a variegated sock or a 4-ply yarn, and it is called Shine Bright, and I think it's free through this weekend. It's either this weekend or this month. I'm not sure which one. So Shine Bright. Make sure you get that one. Those are just yarn overs, Yarn over, knit 2 together, you know, that easy stuff. So that is really fun. Shine Bright. It's on Ravelry. It's like 8 pages. Of course, when I printed it, I forgot to hit double-sided. So it looks really thick, but it's not. And then I also found this one, which is, I want to say this is a worsted weight yarn. Easy Summer Scarf, and it's 1 skein, so it's 190 yards. That's really cute if you find like a variegated or a dimensional kind of thing. This would be great in our Utopia Helix. It could be cool in our Color Marvel, but our Utopia Helix, hang on, let me go over here and show you. It would be really pretty in this yarn. Marilyn's hanging out in this room. Wave, Marilyn. She had to come in early for the bus group that came in. But this is our Utopia Helix DK. It's going to do that gradient thing. I used it for my Grid Gambit, so see how it does kind of a gradient thing, and we have lots of this yarn. And these are 3650, 260 yards, so you have more than enough. You can make your scarf bigger. And so that is my scoop. Oh, while I'm here, I'm going to just tell you which bags I have left. I have 2, 5, 12, 26, 27, 14, 32, and 31 left. These all contain patterns inside. So I just thought while I'm walking by the table, I'd show you what they were. So that is my scoop for today. And the other thing is we kind of put these on their side. We do have some of the Barocco blanket kits, but there's enough to make sweaters out of this because there's there's 1,200 yards of the main color of each of these kits. So this one, it's this, let me see, hang on. It is the turquoise. I would have more. Can you pull bag 14? This one is this mystery bag 14. Buttercream color I have 6 of. This one, see, this is what you can tell. See, the first color, you have 6 skeins. So this color, this neutral one, I have 6 skeins of the white. And these would make great sweater, things. They are on sale. This yarn did go up in price. And it is now, but these did not go up in price. So if we split them apart, the yarn will go up. But these would make great sweaters or charity knitting. It's 18 skeins of vintage worsted, which is washable. There's 208, I'm looking behind me, 218 yards in a skein. And it is acrylic wool and nylon blend. Sorry, I'm looking behind me. That's where the sign is. But don't miss out. Just because it says it's a blanket kit does not mean. This is the mystery knit-along blanket kit that Barocco is doing. But you could make a whole bunch of sweaters out of this yarn. Okay, so $180 for each one of these kits. I have sweater kit 4, I have kit 3, and I have kit 2. So yeah, don't miss out on those. And just because they say they're a blanket kit does not mean you have to make a blanket. So that is my scoop. And yeah, so that's all I have for today. I've been up very early because the bus got here at 8 o'clock. And so I'm a little scattered, so I'm going to go home and eat some breakfast and start over. How's that go? So you guys have a great day. Check out these free patterns, the Easy Summer Scarf, Shine Bright, and we'll have hopefully some kits soon for PETA, but you can always look it up on Ravelry. Marled Me, if you want to get the sweater pattern, we can do kits for this. And Space Time, let me show you the colors I have of that. That is beautiful, but you see how it knits up. It doesn't really pool. It does its own thing. And that was Space Time by Heidi Cremier. And let me show you. Sorry, I drank too much coffee yesterday. That is this yarn over here. They're $22 a skein, but it's 382 yards in a skein. And I am using color, would have been helpful, 1016. So that's what it looks like in the skein. It looks like nothing, okay? And we have all these beautiful fun colors. This one is 1017, and we have a sample of how that kind of works. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, and it goes with the Patagonia solid. So if you wanted to do something with each one, I think we're going to do a shifty cowl with one of these and a solid. So that's my scoop. We'll see you guys soon, and have a great day. Gotta go. Doreen will send you an invoice in just a couple minutes. Thanks. Bye.